Hi, it's a strange one, and welcome back to my channel. So yeah, as you see in the title here, I'm here to talk about Tomodachi Life, or Tomodachi Collection in Japan. So as you know, Tomodachi Life or Tomodachi Collection had this. It's a life simulator that plays. People compare it to Animal Crossing. It's not very similar to Animal Crossing. It's basically you have an island. You can put your miis into different apartments in that island, and they interact with each other. You can feed them, you can clothe them, you can give them new decorations for their apartment, and that's it. It's basically like if somebody put a Tamagotchi and then put more emphasis on the relationships. So why I'm here to talk about it, I would like to say this game is more about the relationships. If you can see, I did buy it. I have the ridiculous um, digital version of it. So there was this uh, big problem in which part of the game is about dating. It's about your miis dating other people, and it's about your miis getting married and then having kids. So a big part of the game is essentially producing those kids, sending them off, or adding them to to your residence on the island. So there's a big problem here. Not everybody is straight, and frankly, I don't believe that a lot of people. I don't believe that the localization team at Nintendo of America, Nintendo of Canada actually didn't say, wait, there are gay people in this world. They'll feel excluded. Keep in mind, I think that Nintendo had a very good response to it. Yeah, we'll create another, if we decide to create another game, another Tomodachi game. We'll create a more inclusive one. Yeah, I love that they're doing this. Hooray! But they didn't handle it very well. What do I mean by that? I played The Sims growing up, the first Sims, and you had user made content where you could actually have lesbian or gay relationships. Yay! And you actually had other things that affected. Um, what I think about this game is that, yeah, it's not like Animal Crossing where you're focused on the town and beautifying the town and creating new and getting the villagers that you want. No, it's not like that. This game is about taking care of your miis, and and then having and then your miis having relationships with the other me characters. Sure, it sounds good on paper, but 10% of the world population, that's a big number. 10% of the world population uh, actually is gay, it is lesbian, bisexual, whatever you wanted to say. So that's a pretty big hunky number. I understand why Nintendo didn't add this, because the base game already used the genders as a specific thing. I think it's hard. Nintendo, on one hand, doesn't want to alienate the the lesbian, gay, bisexual community, the alphabet soup community, but then they don't want to alienate the parents, because Nintendo has always been a um, kid friendly company, and by if they actually made the fact that they actually made Tomodachi Life inclusive like that, I think a lot of parents would be like, wait, hold up. uh, Hold up, we don't want this. I don't want to see it. I don't even want to talk about it. Goodbye. So yeah, there's out of that 90% of people, there are maybe 30% of people who are just homophobic and idiotic. And then if anybody, and you can't afford to lose 30% of the population, no matter what. I understand it. I understand why Nintendo did it. The bottom line, 10%. Let's say a good half of that population of that 10%, 5% would actually buy the game, if it were inclusive. Right, you're losing. There's like 30% of people versus the 5%. I would rather say, here, go take care of the 30%. I don't give a flying fart about the 5%. Still is irritating because it's not a big deal. I mean, it's my avatar in the game. I have to feel like it's me. It's true to me. It's like if I said to any straight guy, oh, here, date a guy, whatever. It'll still feel awkward, right? It's for me. It's just it feels awkward to see that I have to gender bend my me into 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 a different gender just to do this. Sure, they're pretty good. In the game, you can give gender specific clothing, or you can give the opposite gender specific clothing, which is perfect. Which doesn't, which makes it really good for like gender fluid people, and makes it really good for people who like to dress in masculine or feminine clothing. However, it's still a big deal. I mean, I don't want to be locked out of half, like a good 20% of the game. It's like you have to get married, you have to have kids. The kids can grow up in your apartment, whatever. And it just pisses me off. It's like I personally had to gender bend my me so that I feel comfortable, you know. This is what my me looks like. Wait, I'm just dealing with a few problems here. So this is what my me looks like. It just looks the me with the longer hair is mine. So yes, you can put feminine features on a male me, and you can also give the me's dresses or t-shirts or whatever. That works. I just think it's an awkward workaround, but it still works. But the thing is, I still can't go in here and make a gay me. I have to do it on purpose. You know what I mean? It's like I have to gender bend my me. Also, my Albius is gender bent too, which is quite funny. Professor Dumbledore from the Harry Potter series is also gender bent. Where is he? Not looking for you. So he's gender bent. He's actually female, and this just to make it easier to do things. I just think it's quite difficult because it's really bad for kids to not have something that says, hey, this is normal. Like I can play this game and say, wait, what happened to homosexual relationships? What happened to that? It's normal. What happened? But a kid was just coming out at around 12 or 14 or even earlier. Yeah, we don't have much representation out there anymore. I mean, when I was growing up in the 90s, it was just basically, oh, you have Ellen. Oh, great. I have Queer as Folk too. Yeah, there's nothing on there. Even later representations of lesbians or gay people in the media aren't so good. You have Will and Grace, which is the worst stereotypical piece of bullshit ever. And then you have the L Word, which is basically softcore porn with a better storyline. And basically, yeah, you don't see anything positive. I mean, if Nintendo actually said, "Wait a minute, I'm gonna put gay relationships in here, make it normal," I would say, "Hey, this is good. This is a very progressive thing to do." But of course they won't, because it's a big company, and losing that 30% of the homophobic population, losing that percentage of sales is not worth losing the 5% of people who would buy it. I mean, not everybody in the LGBT community is a gamer. Not everybody, face it, not everybody is going to be playing video games. But but because Nintendo has like this image problem, they have always had this image problem of being kiddie, of being for kids, and therefore, if you put a bad influence, quote unquote, it's still quite shocking for people. I mean, if somebody said, "Hey, I'm gonna put homosexual relationships into this game that's all about relationships," I mean, you can feed them miis, you can play with them, but you can also, they get into relationships what you have no control over. Yeah, it's fun, but I just find it funny because it's like this. There's like this game with so much imagination. You have people showing up as Attack on Titan looking huge heads and scaring the heck out of your miis. You have dreams where people are dreaming about trying to get food but never reaching it. You have dreams about people appearing as ninjas. You have dreams about people Power Ranger transforming, but you can't have homosexual relationships. It's a big failure of imagination. I mean, hey, this whole series is about relationships. It's not about building up your island or your apartment. It's just about taking care of your miis and taking care of their relationships. I just find it funny that a big company like this didn't say, "Wait, I know it was localized from Tomodachi Collection, which is the original Japanese title, but huh?" Like, really? Like, I feel like as a gamer, I should encourage new IP. Hence why I bought this. I mean, new IP comes so irregularly. It's almost like let's fire out Pokemon, let's fire out Street Fighter, let's fire out Zelda, let's fire out everything else, let's fire out the Metroid series, and there's no innovation. And when a company says, "We're going to spend the money, we're going to localize and translate everything in this game," yeah, it's a rare thing. It's like how I feel about Monster Hunter 4 for you. It's like it better come, and it better come soon, but it's great to have like new-ish IP. I mean, really. What else can you say? I mean, Nintendo has always had this kid-friendly image, and I'm sorry, but some people can't get over their homophobia, and it's just like there's all of this weirdness about gay people and and gay relationships. It should be seen as normal. It should be, but it's not. I'm just saying this, and I find the me equality thing kind of weird, cause yes, I would like the media to have a little bit more representation of gays that isn't fucking stereotypical. Pardon my swearing. And I would like to have the media actually say, hey, this is normal. This is liking the same gender, like having that sexual orientation is normal. It isn't something to be ashamed of. But we're a long way from that, and it even proves it because Nintendo is a company that's out there to make money. Yeah, you offended a lot of people who said, "Hey, I'm not going to buy this because there isn't gender fluid stuff in there." Well, there is gender fluid stuff in there. You can give your Miis any dress, any shirt that you like, and you can dress them up that way. But you can't have homosexual relationships. You can't have normal homosexual relationships, and you can't have this. But you can have all the straight relationships that you want. I don't know. I'm tired, and I wish that the media would grow up a little bit, because people still see video games as childish. Like, I mean, I'm 30 years old. I still play Pokemon. I still love, like, the heck out of Zelda. Hell, I have, like, a Pokemon plushie, Eevee, with me, and I don't find it less adult than playing online poker or playing mahjong. Or playing mahjong. No, seriously, I don't find it that childish. I mean, I'm not hurting anyone. I'm not doing this, and yet the video game companies still think, oh, it's still for kids. We shouldn't put anything in there that's a little bit controversial. And there's nothing controversial about two women or two men liking each other and deciding to spend the rest of their lives together. There isn't anything controversial about that. But it just pisses me off. If you guys have any comments, feel free to leave them below. They'll be moderated because, as you know, there are some idiots out there who will put offensive stuff, and I don't want anybody else to read or whatever about it. So yeah, this is not really a review, but just what I feel about Tomodachi Life on the 3DS. Not about the gameplay, not just what I feel that Nintendo did a big misstep here. They tried to handle it well, but it's really like a lose-lose situation. And so you say something positive to like the LGBT community, and then the homophobes are gonna react. And then if you say something, oh no, we're not gonna put homosexual relationships in the next game, then the LGBT community is gonna go bleh, as usual. So there's no. It's sort of like handing Nintendo a hand grenade here, and waiting for it to blow up in their face. So yeah, I don't blame Nintendo for doing this, but still say we need to step up our game and actually say this. May have an option to disable same-sex relationships, because I know people really find this objectionable and ridiculous or equal that at all. Hey, this is the same game that has aging spray, de-aging spray. So, yeah, there's a big fail in imagination here. So yeah, it's a strange winding off. This is a long ramble. I hope you stick around for it. I'll be doing a proper on this game soon, and